Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. As tonight we are here at USA Speedway. The dirt is nice and fresh, and the drivers have just taken to the track for tonight's festivities. Right now we're in an open practice session. Everyone trying to lay down some lap times here, figure out how fast these cars are going to be. I do want to welcome you all in here tonight as we bring you our Wicked Energy Gum DSRL Outlaw Series. I am your host for tonight. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and I am ready to bring you all of tonight's great racing action. I hope you all are strapped in and ready for what is about to come your way. We are working a race number 2 of this season, and already we have several drivers looking to bounce back from maybe a rough opening race at Volusia, or maybe trying to carry some momentum into week number 2 and stay on top of our points board. Everyone's got high hopes as we're still fresh in this season. And man, I tell you, every time I sit down here and bring you this awesome racing action, I get excited. I know I'm just the voice. I'm not the one that's really out there doing all the work, but man, these drivers always put on a heck of a show, and I'm ready to rock and roll once again tonight. While we have a moment, I do want to thank our title sponsor, Wicked Energy Gum. Do make sure you go to wickedenergygum.com. Use the promo code DSRL, and you will automatically double your order right then and there. And guys, I'll tell you, that Wicked Energy Gum, that's some good stuff. It really helps you get through the day, get through a tough time, gives you that little bit of boost that you need throughout your day. So head to wickedenergygum.com, use that promo code DSRL, and in fact, if you're into that social media thing, go ahead and let them know that KR sent you from the Dirt Racing Network as well. Wicked Energy Gum loves seeing all that stuff on social media, and well, I'm going to be honest, I don't get to have my name out in lights on these speedways anymore, so if you throw my name out there too, good golly, that'll make me tickled pink. Got quite the field here tonight. 25, 26, 7, 8, 29 drivers have signed in. Only 24 are going to make the A main here tonight. So with those 24 drivers going to be whittled down, that means a couple drivers are going to be going home. So we will see some heat races. From our heat races, we will have 5 drivers transfer directly into the A main. From those 5 drivers, the top 2 in each heat race are going to make it to our Balducci trucking pole dash. Of course, the pole dash is going to be 6 laps here tonight, as it is every night with the Outlaw Series. And basically on Monday night too, I started taking over the Monday night where we do the 360 Fixed Series and Open. So if you're looking for something to watch on Monday night, make sure you come on over to the Dirt Racing Network. Hang out, watch some great driving action. Not a lot of tracks in real life have races on Monday night, so if you need to get you a little bit of a fix before you head to the weekend racing, or you're still trying to come down from your local dirt track action from that Saturday night or Friday night, do make sure you come down and stop by and see us on Monday nights as well. As we prepare for our Balducci trucking qualifying session, only one driver going to set quick time in that, and right now Braden Eiler in this warm-up session has set the fastest time so far. We take a quick look at our top 10 in this session. Braden Eiler, Adam Elby, Jeremy Zarfos, Richie Preston, and Dustin Griffiths all laying down very quick times here in this opening session. But track being cleared off, we're getting ready to roll into our Balducci trucking qualifying session. And when that session does finally kick off, we will step away for the national anthem. Always a pleasure to be able to play the national anthem here at a race track. You know, I do spend my weekends at the racetrack myself. I do a little racing from time to time, and you know, no matter what I got going on, I always stop, stand, and do my hand over the heart, do my best to try and make sure I honor this great country that allows us to have this racing. And you know, Labor Day's coming up. Labor Day, Memorial Day, they all kind of go together. Not only that, the Indy 500 is this weekend. Not its normal time, but man, I am pumped for the Indy 500. It's one of those things what I was thinking maybe wouldn't happen because of the Rona, but it's going to be happening. So much going on. I'm so excited for this weekend. So as the checkered flag falls on our practice session and we head into the Balducci trucking qualifying session, well, now's a good time to let me know who you think is going to win here tonight. Let me know who your favorite driver is. Even if you don't think he has a chance to win, throw their name out there. Let them know you're cheering for him. And guys, we are going to step away for the anthem. We'll be right back after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as this qualifying session is drawing to a close. Last car out on the Speedway to qualify, that's the 222 of Weston Newell. So he's working his way around the track. Right now he's sitting in 23rd. Your top 10 though looks something like this. Hayden Cardwell looking to walk away with the Balducci Trucking Quick Time Award, as Weston Newell not going to get it done, and that is how it is going to be. Hayden Cardwell, your Balducci Trucking Quick Time Award. And now it is time as we head into our Black Diamond Motorsports Heat Race number 1. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for this one. On row number 1 in the 7 machine, it is going to be Hayden Cardwell. On his outside, last season's champion out of Dayton, Ohio, it's the 010 of Cameron Merriman. Row number 2 going to be on the inside in the Tim Sims Styles BMRS Black Diamond Motorsports out of Pittsboro, Indiana, the little hurricane himself, Mason Hannigan. On his outside will be the 257 of John Lepresto. Row number 3 in the M&M Painting and Construction Wicked Cushion Brent Marks Racing Sim Team out of York, Pennsylvania, it's the 5 of Jeremy Zarfos. On his outside in the Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 1/9 Design Black Diamond Motorsports out of Plymouth, Wisconsin, it's the 80 of Joshua Steinke. Row number 4 in the Catch Fence Apparel Elbows Up Simsport from Bloomington, Indiana, it's the 82 of Dustin Griffiths. On his outside in the Border Tire Wicked Cushion DRN Rockstar Productions from Kinzer Sim Team Racing Stable out of Franklin, Pennsylvania, it's the 5 of Braden Eiler. Row number 5 in the Alkaline 88 Wicked Cushion Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, Ontario, Ohio native, the 25C of Kevin Click. And finally, it's the Mr. Wicked Cushion himself in the Cognitive Warriors Wicked Energy Gum Team SETI, New York, New York. It's the 97 of Matthew Henniger. As the drivers make their way around this USA dirt track one more time, the lights have gone out on our Chevy Silverado pace truck. 10 drivers in this field for our Black Diamond Motorsports Heat Race number 1. Top 5 transferring directly into the A. Top 2 go to our pole dash. We are going to have 3 heat races here tonight. So 15 drivers going to make it in right away. Everyone else going to try and make it in on a qualifying main event. As the Silverado gets out of the way, Hayden Cardwell going to get a big jump in that 51 machine. Cardwell, early lead here. Mason Hannigan challenging down on the inside. And Hannigan and Cameron Merriman going to settle that one out. Merriman now looking for the race lead as he's going to go down to the bottom. And Merriman trying for, as we got one sideways, that's Joshua Steinke in the 80. He's going to lose some ground here. Gathers it back in and tries to catch back up. But, man, that 80 machine already a tough break here. It's going to be very hard as this track is very fast right now. Everyone able to stay wide open. That 80 has got his work cut out for him to get through the field. But Hayden Cardwell in the 51, no problems for him right now as he is just an inch off the wall, making it look easy down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Cameron Merriman trying to give chase, but that 51 is on rails here tonight in this heat race. Mason Hannigan sitting in third, fourth place, John Lepresto, and riding in the final transfer spot. That is the 5 of Braden Eiler, but Jeremy Jay-Z Zarpos gonna try and do a slide job for the final transfer spot. They go wheel to wheel down the front stretch and into turn number 1. Eiler with the slide job that time. Both of them are closing in on Lepresto here. We could see an epic 3-car battle as we are coming around to see this heat race draw to a close, as now Eiler sets his sights on the high side and try and figure out a way around Lepresto. Eiler's starting to get a good run here. Braden Eiler down to the bottom. Can he get the run up off the corner he needs? Mud cover to mud cover down the front stretch. Eiler gonna give Lepresto some room there. That was a close one. Lepresto had that, and Eiler wisely backed out of it. Big contact in the back. Kevin Click going up and over. Dustin Griffiths involved, and Joshua Steinke. Let's take another look at this one as the caution flag comes out for the first time tonight. Kevin Click in the 25 machine. He's on the high side. Dustin Griffiths came down as Joshua Steinke was trying to do a slide job, and Griffiths, not sure what happened there that caused Griffiths to get so crossed up. Let's take one more look at this one. The 82 machine goes high, tries to pull it down to make a pass on JZ. Kevin Click gets big time air, and Joshua Steinke's problems continue here in this heat race. So Griffiths and Click on pit road very early here in this heat race. Tough break for them. They are going to have to go to a qualifying main event. Rachel Franks checking in. Steve Steinke checking in. Jason Schoenbachler. Oh my gosh, Jason, if you're still here, you have got to give me the phonetic of that last name, because I am dying trying to say that. Steve cheering for John Batista. That's weird. Would have thought Joshua would have been your choice, but that's okay. You can cheer for whoever you want. I'm gonna get involved in the family disputes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, lights have gone out on the Silverado. We're going to fire them off one more time. We're going to take the green flag with 3 laps to go in our Black Diamond Motorsports heat race number 1. 3 heat races in order for tonight. Shea Paulo checking in as the 51 stabs the throttle. Hayden Cardwell, the man to beat here. He's making it look easy as he gets right up to that high side once again. Pulls it down with a good run off the corner. Gets a good speed down that backstretch. Cameron Merriman doing all he can, but Merriman now is going to have to deal with this. Oh, man. Hayden Cardwell hard into the wall down the front stretch. That's going to slow him down. Mason Hannigan now really kind of closing in here. Hannigan trying to make something happen on Merriman, as Merriman's going to send it down to the bottom, right on the grass left front, off the wall. And now we're in our final lap here in heat race number 1. Cardwell still out in front. He has given up on the bottom lane here, going for a slide job type line. But at the line, it's Hayden Cardwell, Cameron Merriman, Mason Hannigan, John Lepresto, and Jeremy Zarfos all transferring into the A, with Hayden Cardwell and Cameron Merriman going to our Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. As now we get ready for our Balducci Trucking Heat Race number 2. Once again, 10 cars gonna take to the grid for this one. Let's go ahead and bring you tonight's starting lineup for our Balducci Trucking Heat Race number 2. On the inside of row number 1, it is the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Picked up the win last week at Volusia. Solid run going so far here in his qualifying. Can he continue this trend in week number 2? On his outside in the Fairway Mortgage BS Air Catch Fence Apparel, elbows up SimSport driver from Millersburg, Pennsylvania, it's the 85 of Tyler Schell. Row number 2 in the Wicked Energy Gum, elbows up SimSport driver from New Paris, Ohio, it's the 79 of Billy Rowley. On his outside, in the UDTV 19 design Tim Sims backed machine, a Black Diamond Motorsports out of Sellersburg, Indiana, it's the 36 of Nathan Davis. Row number 3, in the 74 Swindell Speed Labs machine, it's Adam Elby. On his outside for row number 3 in the Casey's General Store out of Des Moines, Iowa, it's the 4 of Jason Randolph. Row number 4, the Napa Auto Parts Wicked Energy Gum Slick Sim Sports out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the 49 of David Heileman. On his outside will be the 222 out of Kirksville, Missouri. It's Weston Newell. Row number 5, from Bismarck, North Dakota, Momentum Sim Sport driver. It's the 47 of Devin Butts. And on his outside will be the Cognitive Warriors 144 of Mike Henniger. And that is our Balducci Trucking Heat Race number 2 lineup. All our lineups here tonight are brought to you by Tim's Dirt Trek Simulators. Lights have gone out on the Silverado. And here we go. Bergeron picks up the throttle. He gets the jump he needs to pick his line into turn number 1, and he is going to choose the high side right away. As Bergeron pulls away just a little bit from Tyler Schell. Both drivers drop down to the inside lane that time. Up on the high side, that is Nathan Davis in the 36. And now Tyler Schell right there. He's going to try and pull down to the inside down the backstretch. Tyler Schell's slide job for the race lead. Nathan Davis now to the inside of Bergeron. 3-car battle for the race lead, but for the moment it is going to Tyler Schell. High atop the blimp, you can see the cars going all over the speedway. Bergeron with a bold move to the inside of Nathan Davis. He's going to hold on to second place here as both drivers go to the top shelf. And Bergeron looking for some run, getting down in that fresh dirt on corner exit. Looks like that worked well for him as he's going to head to the bottom one more time. Right now, the battle for the transfer spot, that is getting hot and heavy. The 79 of Billy Rowley holding on to that final spot. But David Heileman trying to come around as Billy Rowley has gone up and over. Mike Henniger getting involved in as well. And the yellow flag is going to come out here. We're going to take a look at this one. Billy Rowley, who was in a transfer spot, makes contact with Adam Elby. And Mike Henniger, late to the party but with nowhere to go, is going to tag the 79. Both cars heavily damaged. So Billy Rowley and Mike Henniger out of our heat race here. Tyler Schell, your race leader. Alex Bergeron sitting in second. Nathan Davis third. Adam Elby fourth. David Heileman fifth. Jason Randolph, Weston Newell, Devin Butts going to make it the 8 cars that are out on the track. Balducci Trucking Heat Race number 2. Gonna pace around one more time before we go green flag racing. We'll have 5 laps to go when the green flag comes out in heat race number 2. Tyler Schell and the Jessup Logistics Ergot Real Estate Machine. White and green paint scheme. Gonna try and bring this heat race victory home. Top two drivers to the Balducci Trucking pole dash. Chevy Silverado gets out of the way, and Tyler Schell stabs the throttle once again. Bergeron does a good job at staying to his back bumper. Multiple drivers to the high side. Nathan Davis gonna stay there. Schell and Bergeron with the run off the bottom of that corner. This time Tyler Schell is gonna go down low. Bergeron now pulls it down low. These drivers have found a little bit of something on corner exit here down low. How long will this line work out as they continue to do it at the front? Nathan Davis staying committed to the high side. Adam Elby trying to give chase to Nathan Davis. Elby now throwing his name into the hat for third spot as he and Davis are going to go wheel to wheel. Elby in the 74 with the slide job for the spot. Davis looking like he's now trying to get that run down the bottom. Here comes David Heileman as well. We're going to have 2 laps to go this time around as the battle for the race lead starts to heat up a little bit. Bergeron taking over the top spot one more time. And now Alex Bergeron looks like he's finally got that thing wound up enough. Takes over the race lead as a great shot right there down on that inside line. White flag flying. Final time around in the Balducci Trucking heat race. Number 2 is Tyler Schell. Gonna send a slide job for the win. These two drivers knows what's at stake here. David Heileman now making his way. Contact with Heileman and Schell. Adam Elby involved. Nathan Davis getting a piece of it. And at the line, Bergeron wins it. Tyler Schell second. Randolph going to come home third. Nathan Davis fourth. Devin Butts will be our 5th driver making it through. Weston Newell, David Heileman, Adam Elby, Billy Rowley, and Mike Henniger all into our main event here tonight. What a finish that one was. Holy cow. That was only a heat race, folks. If you don't think these drivers are out for blood each and every time they come out here, well, I don't know what to tell you to convince you otherwise. So let's go to our Tim Sims starting lineup for the Edmund Trophy Company heat race. Number 3 on the inside of row number 1 in the Scott King design. 1-9 design, Tony Stewart Racing, Simmelman Sim Racing out of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. It's the 18 of Austin Simmelman. In the Fast 4 Media, JST Swindell Speed Labs esports driver from Loomis, California. It's the 5 of Rusty Kruger. Row number 2 in the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports driver from Ellington, Florida. It's the 54 of John Batista. On his outside in the Black Diamond UD TV, it's the 90 of Trevor Royer. Row number 3 in the Jessup Logistics Elbows Up Sim Sports out of West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. It's the 25 of Richie Preston. On his outside, Mr. Whiskers himself, it's the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Row number 4, Over the Wall Photography out of Milford, Ohio. It's the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. On his outside for row number 4, it's going to be the 007 of Jacob Fields. Row number 5 in the Schulte Motorsports HOH Motorsports out of Felton, Delaware. It's the 71 of Curtis Merriman. And that is our 9 drivers to make up heat race number 3, brought to you by Edmund Trophy Company. Here we go. Pace truck getting out of the way. Austin Simmelman waiting for the right time to go racing, and he has decided that was it. As the green flag comes out, Simmelman gets a good jump over Rusty Kruger. Simmelman and Batista down to the bottom. Kruger gonna run that high side, get some momentum going, but Batista carries his momentum all the way down the straightaway. Simmelman and Batista working the bottom. Kruger and Batista get together. 4 cars right there. So Kruger starting to fall back just a little bit here, gathers himself back in, now has to try and set his sights on gaining that lost ground. Ernie Williams in the 91 holding on to the final transfer spot. But Williams under pressure from the 25 of Preston. Preston going to try the inside lane here as Williams goes to the top shelf. Preston, slide job for that final transfer spot. Williams now pulls it down low. As Austin Simmelman continues to lead here, this battle for the transfer spot, really very close racing. As Trevor Royer in the 90 trying to take the lead away from Austin Simmelman. Two very distinct lines. Simmelman bobbles coming off of 2. That is going to be enough for Trevor Royer to take the lead going into 3, but can he hold on to it? And Trevor Royer now finds himself out in front of this one. Batista, Kruger all following in the tracks of Trevor Royer. Austin Simmelman now falling back just a little bit. Simmelman trying to work that bottom lane still as Kruger gets way sideways coming off of 4. These cars looking a little tail happy on corner exit. The track starting to transition, starting to slick off a little bit. These 410, 900 plus horsepower beasts starting to be a little bit of a handful. Drivers need to know that, need to take care as we're going to see 3 wide off of turn number 2 as Kruger closing in on that lost ground that he had. Trevor Royer looking solid on his corner exits. One of the few cars that's still very straight coming off the corner. That's letting you know he's getting that power down nice and easy. Austin Simmelman, who continues to work that bottom lane, scored in 3rd spot for the moment, but the final time around, Trevor Royer in the Tim Sims UDTV number 90. As we got a big stack up at the back. That is going to involve Ernie Williams Jr. But Trevor Royer going to come off at turn number 4 and win our Edmund Trophy Company heat race number 3. John Batista 2nd. Rusty Kruger brings it home 3rd. Richie Preston 4th. Jeffrey Stewart in 5th. Austin Simmelman, Ernie Williams, Curtis Merriman, and Jacob Fields all going to our C main event. As we head into our C main presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, let's go ahead and look at our starting lineup as only 4 drivers are going to transfer out of this into the B. On the inside of row number 1 in the 91 machine, he had a transfer spot, but an incident on the last lap has put him in the C main. That's the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. On his outside in the Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 1/9 design from Plymouth, Wisconsin, it's Joshua Steinke. Row number 2 will be the 74 of Adam Elby. On his outside will be the Schulte Motorsports HOH Motorsports driver. It's the 71 of Curtis Merriman. Row number 3 in the Alkaline 88 Wicked Cushion, Brent Marks Racing Sim Team from Ontario, Ohio. It's the 25C of Kevin Click. On his outside in the 144, it's none other than Mike Henniger. Row number 4 will be the 007 of Jacob Fields. On his outside in the Catch Fence Apparel Elbows Up Sim Sport from Bloomington, Indiana, it's the 82 of Dustin Griffiths. Row number 5 will be the Wicked Energy Gum Elbows Up Sim Sport driver from New Paris, Ohio. It's the 79 of Billy Rowley. 9 drivers in the C main. Only 4 are going to transfer to the B main here. And then their night isn't done if they make it into the B main. It's not a cakewalk from there, because from the B main, 9 drivers will transfer into the A. Pace truck out of the way. Ernie Williams in the 91, getting a good jump there. Williams going to take that lead into turn number 1. He's going to go to the high side. Adam Elby in the 74 trying to close in. Elby down to the bottom along with the 71 of Curtis Merriman. Joshua Steinke in the 80 machine, a very fast driver trying to recover from a disappointing heat race if we were to talk to him right now, but he has got himself in a transfer spot for the B main, but he is looking for a little bit more. Curtis Merriman in the 71 machine in that final 4th spot here to make it into the B. Kevin Click, though, he is hot on his heels. Adam Elby to the race lead in the 74. Steinke now in 2nd. Ernie Williams sitting in 3rd. Elby and Steinke working the bottom lane here. A lot of drivers trying that bottom lane. It does seem to be fast. And I got to tell you, it got to be picture perfect on the bottom. Can't have too much throttle, as a 71 of Curtis Merriman tried the bottom lane, but he had too much throttle in it, came off sideways. That's going to be enough for the 25C to make his way around as we go on board with Kevin Click. And Click, he's given up on the bottom lane. He's found a little bit of a grip strip right through the middle. Billy Rowley out of this one. Ernie Williams falling to 5th place here. So Ernie Williams now trying to recover as he started this thing in the lead on pole position, but now finds himself in 5th spot. Williams goes to the high side. Jacob Fields in the 007 to his inside. Jacob Fields and Williams going to make contact. Fields gets turned around and immediately heads for pit lane. Our top 4 as they run right now: Adam Elby, Joshua Steinke, Kevin Click, Curtis Merriman. Those drivers looking to make it into the B main and keep their hopes alive. Chris Vogel checking in on Facebook. Chris, why don't you get back out here? Get busy, man. We'd love to see you out on track. So Curtis Merriman in the 71. In the final transfer spot. Kevin Click in 3rd as Click comes off of turn number 4. Then Joshua Steinke in the 80 and the 74 of Adam Elby as this C main gets spread out just a little bit. Looking out the back of the 74 machine as Elby carries our onboard camera for these shots here. But the white flag in the air for our C main event, brought to you by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Final time around for Adam Elby in that Swindell Speed Lab machine. Joshua Steinke in the 80, going to tag the wall a little bit there, but a lot of room between him and Curtis Merriman, so Steinke not too worried about it. But off of turn number 4, Adam Elby going to win it. Joshua Steinke in 2nd, Kevin Click 3rd. Curtis Merriman going to cross the line in 4th. Ernie Williams, Mike Henniger, Dustin Griffiths, Jacob Fields, and Billy Rowley all to their race haulers. Their night is done. as we head into our B main presented by Wiggy and Casey, the I-55 Lawyers. Let's go ahead and look at our starting lineup for this one. On the inside of row number 1, the Border Tire, Wicked Cushion, Dirt Racing Network, Rockstar Productions. From the Kinzer Sim Team out of Franklin, Pennsylvania, it's the 5 of Braden Eiler. On his outside in the 222 machine, it's Weston Newell. Row number 2 in the Scott King Designs 19 Design, Tony Stewart Racing, Simmelman Sim Racing out of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, it's the 18 of Austin Simmelman. On the outside of row number 2, the Cognitive Warriors, Wicked Energy Gum Team SETI driver from New York, New York. It's the 97 of Matthew Henniger. Row number 3 in the Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum Slick Sim Sports out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the 49 of David Heileman. On his outside, your C main winner, it's the 74 of Adam Elby. Row number 4 in the Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 19 Design, Black Diamond Motorsports driver from Plymouth, Wisconsin. It's the 80 of Joshua Steinke. On the outside of row number 4 in the Alkaline 88 Wicked Cushion Brent Marks Racing Sim Team from Ontario, Ohio. It's the 25C of Kevin Glick. And finally, in row number 5, the Schulte Motorsports, HOH Motorsports from Felton, Delaware. It's the 71 of Curtis Merriman. That is our Tim Sims lineup for our Wiggy and Casey B main. 9 drivers in this B main. All 9 drivers are going to transfer into the A. So they are racing for starting positions here in the A main event, brought to you by Wicked Energy Gum. So Braden Eiler in the 5. Weston Newell on the outside in the 222 machine. Eiler gets a good jump. Weston Newell looked like he got caught napping. Austin Simmelman trying to take advantage of that situation. Joshua Steinke, Simmelman down on the bottom. Matthew Henniger in the 97 running a new paint scheme here. That car looks sharp, and he's got a full head of steam into turn number 3. As Braden Eiler is going to lead the first lap here in our B main. Simmelman in second, but Steinke trying to take it away from him in the 80 machine. Weston Newell holding on to 4th place. Henniger into 5th, but Henniger down to the inside. He's going to run right through the middle and pull it down low a little bit. Even going to use the grass. Matthew Henniger in trouble here. Gathers it back in. Everyone keeps racing, but Matthew Henniger got a little crossed up, got a little too low, got in the grass, but kept that car underneath him, a little bit underneath him. It did get away just a touch, but not enough to put him behind the wall here in this B main. Every driver is going to make it into the A, so that's a good news for the 97, and he was looking very fast here in this B main. So Braden Eiler in the 5, Austin Simmelman in the 18. We're sitting 1 and 2 as Simmelman trying to give chase to Eiler. Man, oh man, I love me these onboard shots. You can hear that 410 cubic inch engine just screaming, trying to put all the horsepowers down to the track. Simmelman doing a good job of riding that high side. Now Simmelman going to try and pull it down low. You can hear the throttle difference between the high side and the low side. But Braden Eiler right now out in front. Steinke and Weston Newell starting to battle it out here. The 80 machine of Joshua Steinke pulling away now from Weston Newell. Newell falling back to the clutches of the 25C of Kevin Click. Adam Elby right there as well. He's closing in on these two. David Heileman sitting in 7th place. Curtis Merriman in 8th. We go on board the 49 of David Heileman. Braden Eiler, Austin Simmelman still 1 and 2. Weston Newell down to the bottom lane. Steinke staying up high. Steinke 3rd, Newell 4th. Simmelman going to tag the wall coming off of turn 2. David Heileman turning into a skateboarder. Now he's popping a wheelie. He's chasing that thing. Gathers it up for a moment. Now really gathers it up. And I think Heileman has some damage on that 49 as he turned his sprint car into a skateboard. Tried to rim ride a little too hard. I centered on the wall, dropped it down, and he has broken something in the rear end. But off of turn number 4, Braden Eiler going to win it. Austin Simmelman 2nd, Steinke 3rd, Newell 4th, Adam Elby 5th, Kevin Click 6th, Curtis Merriman 7th, 8th goes to Matthew Henniger, and David Heileman going to finish this one on pit lane. So now we head into our Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. Top 2 drivers from each heat race. We had 3 heat races. 3 times 2 is carry the 10, subtract 3, and add a number. It's going to be 6 drivers out here. Random draw for the start of this pole dash. Row number 1 going to be Curtis Merriman and Trevor Royer. Row number 2 will be the 12 of Bergeron in the 51 machine of Hayden Cardwell. Row number 3 will be Tyler Schell and John Batista in the 54. 6 laps to settle this one out. And Merriman going to pick up the throttle as he is going to get a good jump and set sail into turn number 1. But Bergeron right down on the bottom lane, one of the best at running the bottom here. But Merriman says, no, I like this high side. They come around to complete lap number 1 and start lap number 2. Merriman opening up a gap on Bergeron as Bergeron has to deal with Hayden Cardwell. That's a battle side by side off of turn number 2. Bergeron holding on to it for the moment. Here comes Tyler Schell with a big run on the high side. They're going to be 3 wide off of turn number 4. Tyler Schell staying committed to the high lane. Now he backs off a little bit to try and pull it down low, but they are going to be 3 wide once again at corner exit. Bergeron drifts up in front of Cardwell as Tyler Schell stays down low. That time Bergeron got into the wall. Cardwell trying to pull down a low. Tyler Schell moves into 2nd place. All of this going on. Cameron Merriman saying, see you later. Y'all can fight this out. I want to win this thing and put myself on pole position for tonight's main event. Trevor Royer trying to work his way through the field here. Royer in 3rd, slide job doesn't stick, but Cardwell gets into the wall a little bit. Ooh, Batista had to check up as Royer checked up. More contact. Oh my goodness, how did they not hit each other? As I have lost a lap count here, and I think we're coming to, this could be the white flag lap. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see as I did lose count. Good grief. Good Lord, and the creek don't rise, whatever you're supposed to say. But Cameron Merriman coming off at turn number 4. He's going to pick up the win here. Tyler Shell finishing in a second. Hayden Cardwell third. Trevor Royer fourth. Bergeron fifth. And then John Batista rounding out 6th spot here. And so as we head into another open practice session, drivers are going to have just a moment to get out on the speedway, make sure their cars are ready to rock and roll one more time. We are going to step away for a quick minute. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers start taking to the grid for our wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. Let's go ahead and start with row number 4 in our Tim Sims starting lineup. On the inside will be the Tim Sims style PMRS Black Diamond Motorsports driver from Pittsboro, Indiana. It's Mason Hannigan in the 1 machine. On his outside, from Des Moines, Iowa, in the Casey's General Store number 4 machine, is Jason Randolph. Row number 5 in the Fast 4 Media, JST Swindell Speed Lab Esports driver from Loomis, California. It's the 5 of Rusty Kruger. On his outside, in the 257, will be John LaPresto. Row number 6 in the UDTV 19 Designs Tim Sims machine, Black Diamond Motorsports driver from Sellersburg, Indiana. It's the 36 of Nathan Davis. On his outside in the Jessup Logistics Elbows Up Simsport from West Middlesex, Pennsylvania, it's the 25 of Richie Preston. Row number 7 in the M&M Painting and Construction Wicked Cushion Brent Marks Racing Sim Team from York, Pennsylvania. It's the 5 of Jeremy Zarfos. On his outside for row number 7 from Bismarck, North Dakota, the Momentum Simsport driver. It's the 47 of Devin Butts. Row number 8, over-the-wall photography from Milford, Ohio. It's the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. On his outside, in the Border Tire Wicked Cushion DRN Rockstar production, the Kinzer Sim Team driver from Franklin, Pennsylvania, it's Braden Nyler. Row number 9, in the Scott King Designs 19 Design Tony Stewart Racing, Simmelman Sim Racing from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. It's the 18 of Austin Simmelman. The Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 19 Design Black Diamond Motorsports from Plymouth, Wisconsin. It's the 80 of Joshua Steinke. Row number 10 in the 74 Swindell Speed Lab machine, it's Adam Elby. On his outside in the 222 will be Weston Newell. Row number 11 in the Alkaline 88 Wicked Cushion Brent Marks Racing Sim Team from Ontario, Ohio. It's the 25C of Kevin Click. Schulte Motorsports, HOH Motorsports, Felton, Delaware native. It's the 71 of Curtis Merriman. Row number 12 will be the Cognitive Warriors, Wicked Energy Gum Team SETI driver from New York, New York. It's Mr. Wicked Cushion himself, Matthew Henniger. On his outside, in the Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum Slick Sim Sports from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the 49 of David Heileman. As the drivers now begin the very famous 4-wide salute. The salute to the fans. Everybody loves it. I love it. I get chills every time I see it. Still do it. And I know what you're all thinking. He's just saying that, but no, It is a sight to behold, no matter where you see it. 4 wide salute to all the fans here on the Dirt Racing Network. Everyone stand up and cheer. Let us know who you are rooting for here tonight. Cameron Merriman, Tyler Schell on row number 1. Row number 2 will be Hayden Cardwell and Trevor Royer. Row number 3, Alex Bergeron and John Batista. Those drivers coming from the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. As we are lined up, we are ready to go racing here in our Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. Cameron Merriman picking up the championship last season, trying to win one here tonight, starting on pole. Tyler Schell on his outside. Those two picking up the battle where they left off last season. And Cameron Merriman picks up the throttle as the green flag comes out once again here tonight. Into turn number 1, Cameron Merriman goes to the high side. He is going to get the early lead here, and a good lead as well. Starting to see some big bumps develop here on corner exit. How will this affect the drivers throughout this 30-lap main event? As Merriman picks up the front end, chasing that car all the way down the backstretch because of it. Tyler Schell working the bottom lane here, but behind them there is a mess of cars, everyone fighting for some space on the track. Rusty Kruger finding himself in 5th place for the moment. Hayden Cardwell down to 6th. Jason Randolph in the 4, trying to figure out if he can make that bottom lane work. Batista falling behind Randolph here. Is John Batista going to try and work that middle lane in the 54 machine? And still everyone really bunched up here. Man, it's moments like these that make me glad I am not a driver, as everyone in the middle of this thing is trying desperately for some clean track, some open air, trying to find somewhere to put their car. 3 wide with Kruger on the outside. Now the 51 machine of Hayden Cardwell going to drop down to the inside lane. Cardwell trying to give room to Batista. Kruger, Batista, Cardwell. That is 5th, 6th, and 7th. Cameron Merriman continues to lead. He's opened up a 1-second gap over Tyler Schell. But all the very close racing is right here in the middle of the pack. Cameron Merriman, Tyler Schell, Trevor Royer, and Alex Bergeron have all pulled away from this field. Braden Eiler using that high side. He's got a good run coming, as we got one up and over. That was David Heileman. Heileman out of this one. Jeffrey Stewart out of this one as well. And Weston Newell did not make it to the grid. So now Braden Eiler starting to use that high line. Eiler, one of the best ones to do that high side run. Starting to make it work to his advantage here as he's trying to get around Rusty Kruger, and he is going to make it work. Hayden Cardwell now trying to copy the line of Eiler. Cardwell going to get around Kruger here as well, but no, Kruger going to pinch Cardwell just a bit. Shouldn't say pinch, he squeezed him at corner entry. So now that we're logging some laps here, the driver's starting to fan out just a little bit. Cameron Merriman has opened up a 2.4 second lead over Tyler Schell. Trevor Warrior holding on to third. Bergeron in fourth. We go on board with Alex Bergeron. And Cameron Merriman really checking out on the field here. Top four really spread out. Braden Eiler holding on to fifth spot, trying to close in on this 12 machine. Joshua Steinke in the 80, trying to work his way forward. Goes to the inside of Jeremy Zarfos. Steinke gonna make the pass and continue that march forward. He's now break into the top 10. So Steinke from the C main through the B main and into the A, and now he is marching his way forward. That just goes to show you that even though you've had a bad heat race like the 80 did, you cannot give up. You cannot get down on yourself. You have to put your foot into the throttle and drive as hard as you can for as long as you can and let the chips fall where they may. And that 80 machine right now sitting in 10th spot. So he's going to make his way around Richie Preston as Preston got into the wall a little bit as he got too high there. Now Preston trying to pull it down low behind Jeremy Zarfos. Jay-Z now back in the 10th spot. Nathan Davis right behind these guys watching that battle shake down. We have not had a caution flag here in our Wicked Energy Gum A main event. Jason Randolph battling with John Lopresto. So battles still taking place all over the track. The only place there isn't a battle, that's the 010 of Cameron Merriman. Cameron Merriman has got this track nailed here tonight. He has a 2.8 second lead over Tyler Schell in that 010 machine, and Tyler Schell trying to give chase to Cameron Merriman, but Merriman having none of it. Alex Bergeron trying the high side, gets into the wall a little bit. That's going to be Adam Elby in the 71 machine. Adam Elby one lap down. Sorry, 74. I don't know why I said 71. Adam Elby being scored one lap down. Braden Eiler and Trevor Roy are trying to figure out what to do with the 74. Three cars right there along the wall. Now make it four cars. Elby going to peel off to that bottom lane. The 51 machine to Hayden Cardwell tagging the wall as he got into the corner. The Trevor Royer in the 90 and Braden Eiler now trying to duke it out for fourth and fifth spot. Bergeron in the 12 looking like he got a little crossed up coming off of turn number 4. As Braden Eiler gets into the wall, he's going to go around and the caution flag is going to come out. We're going to see our first caution of the night as Braden Eiler tried to climb the fence. Let's see what happened to this 5 machine. He got into the wall, climbed the wall. Hayden Cardwell gets into him a little bit. Cardwell had nowhere to go. So an easy spin for the 5. But heavy damage on the 5 machine. It doesn't look like it is going to be driving too straight here. So the field going to line up behind the Chevy Silverado as Eiler pulls it onto pit road. So Cameron Merriman's big lead gets wiped away by this caution. Out of this race for the moment on pit road is the 5 of Braden Eiler. Kevin Click looks like he is packed up and gone home as well. David Heileman out of this one. Jeffrey Stewart out of it. And Weston Newell, who did not start. So that is going to give us 18 cars out on the speedway. The lights have gone out on our Silverado pace truck. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining us here on the Dirt Racing Network. Of course, I do want to thank Wicked Energy Gum for making this happen here tonight. Make sure you go over to wickedenergygum.com, use the promo code DSRL, and automatically double your order as soon as you enter that promo code. That gets doubled for free. Here we go. Once again, gonna let these guys loose as our first caution of the night comes to a close. Cameron Merriman picks up the throttle. Tyler Schell in hot pursuit. Tyler Schell gonna try that inside line as Merriman bounces a little bit on the wall. And Tyler Schell gonna take over the race lead. Man, that was tight. So Tyler Schell, using that caution to his advantage, pulls out in front of Cameron Merriman. Merriman going to the high side, bouncing around there, and maybe Tyler Schell has said that high side has gone away. We're gonna work this bottom lane to the race win, but now Cameron Merriman and Schell have swapped spots after Merriman had led for so many laps. Bergeron now starting to put some pressure on Cameron Merriman for second spot, but Tyler Schell trying to pull away. You can see just how rough this track has gotten as we got 5 laps to go here. Joshua Steinke knocking on the door of 4th place, holding on to 5th right now. Hayden Cardwell trying to hold him off. Steinke has charged his way through this field here. As Cameron Merriman continues to fall back, Bergeron has gotten around Merriman. So that yellow flag has not been kind to Cameron Merriman. But it was the break that Joshua Steinke needed. Tyler Schell took advantage of it as well. As Schell, your race leader, but now we have a battle for the lead between Bergeron and Schell. Bergeron down on that bottom lane. We're gonna have 2 laps to go. Bergeron pulls high, Schell goes down low. Gonna see the white flag this time as both Bergeron and Schell try to work that bottom lane, but Alex Bergeron is gonna take the white flag. Now he goes up to the high side. Tyler Schell trying to work the bottom lane. Cameron Merriman sitting in 3rd has watched his lead disappear, and now his chances at winning are getting slimmer and slimmer as Alex Bergeron tries to make it 2 in a row. Corner exit looks good, and Alex Bergeron picks up his 2nd win in 2 races, going 2 for 2 to kick off this season here tonight. Tyler Schell brings it home in 2nd. Hayden Cardwell able to bring it in 3rd spot. Cameron Merriman falling to 4th. Steinke rounding out your top 5. Trevor Royer brings it home in 6th. John Batista 7th. Rusty Kruger 8th. 9th goes to John Lopresto. 10th will be Nathan Davis. Jeremy Zarfos finishing in 11th, Devin Butts 12th, 13 goes to Richie Preston, 14th Jason Randolph, Curtis Merriman finishing in 15th spot. Adam Elby finishing 16th, 17th goes to Matthew Henniger, Mason Hannigan finishing in 18th, 19th Braden Eiler, 20th Austin Simmelman, Kevin Click 21st, David Heileman 22nd, 23rd Jeffrey Stewart, and Weston Newell going to finish in 24th spot here tonight. So with all of that being said, our drivers are on their way up into our interview station as we wait for just a moment for a few more drivers to make it in here. Do want to take this brief moment to make sure that you guys do head over to wickedenergygum.com. Please don't forget to use the promo code DSRL, and while you're there, let them know that KR sent you from the Dirt Racing Network. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off now with our race winner, as he is going to go 2 for 2 here tonight. That is none other than Alex Bergeron in the 12 machine. And Alex, what an outstanding race you had here. And I'll tell you what, it looked like that caution really went into your favor.
Yeah, absolutely. We restacked, it went back out for, 9 laps, and the bottom was real good. I didn't try, very much in the beginning of the race. The outside was really dominant, but I had to give it a shot. After last week's Wolf Thunder's race where Tyler passed on the bottom, it feels like these race trucks now, they kind of work in the rubber a little bit more on the bottom after a few laps, and I had to give it a shot because I know I'm real fast there on the bottom 3 and 4, and I know my car was capable of doing it. And with these guys just trying to come off the top there on the straightaways, they just scrub so much time, and I was able to just keep the momentum up on the bottom. And 1 and 2 is definitely the top, and 3 and 4 is the bottom, and we were able to make that happen.
Well, man, that 12 machine made it 2 in a row to kick off this season. And I'll tell you what, that bottom lane is working really well for you. You've got that car hooked up on the bottom. Have you been taking notes from any catfishing catfish?
Not really. I just, from experience, this track has really been good for us. The past few years, I'd say, or months or whatever, we've been really working hard on these sprints, and I wish Jason could run this with me, but he's working. So, but yeah, we've had so much fun, and to be able to come out here and win another race here to start the season off, it feels great. We started 5th. Had a tough dash. The bottom was not working like you could have seen. So, it really the track worked in really good, and it worked out in our favor.
All right, man. Well, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give for this victory here tonight?
Yeah, of course. All of our partners, Team AVR Sports, CSI Shock, Biologic App, BK Design, Smarting Farm Equipment, all the other partners as well, all the fans that supports us and the team. My dad for watching as always, and you for doing an awesome job broadcasting, and the DSRL for putting this up with Roger. It feels great to be here, and I have so much fun here, and to be able to run sprints again feels great.
All right, that is your race winner, Alex Bergeron, making it 2 in a row. And man, what a run he had here tonight. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is the 85 of Tyler Shell. And Tyler, you bring this home in second place. And man, I'll tell you what, you were giving chase to Cameron Merriman, but it looked like that caution worked out for you as well. Maybe not in position, but for helping you get around Cameron Merriman.
Yeah, for sure. I was eating him up at the end of that green flag run. I was getting him 2-3 tenths a lap for the last 5 laps. But I saw Alex was closing in. I saw he closed in like a second on the gap. So I knew that he'd be tough on the restart. And I got by Merriman, but I knew he would be right there hunting me down, and missed the bottom a couple times, and he went around me on the top. But overall, good race. Much better than last week. I had basically no chance. I got wrecked, I think, lap 3 in turns 1. So much better race.
Well, Tyler, this 85 machine bringing it home second place here tonight at USA. It looked like there were some, we'll call them motocross jumps out there on the high side. Is that a contributing factor to how you decide to run this feature?
Not that. It's just mostly just what's the fast line. I mean, I could run the top if I needed to, but I just felt like in 1 and 2 I wasn't gaining anything. I felt like I was better just rolling that middle bottom, and then 3 and 4 throwing that slider run top. But at the end there, I tried the bottom, I think. But overall, it was a good race. Track was really racy, which is good. You always want that. And can't wait to see next week.
All right, Tyler. Well, second place here doesn't come without hard work and people to support you. Who do you have to thank for this effort here tonight?
Yep, just have to thank you guys and all the sponsors for putting this on, you broadcast, and then I was up SimSport and our sponsors, Flow Racing, Interstate Speedway, and Motorsports Beat, Just Logistics, Paints by Tunican, Figure Real Estate Group, BSR, Olaw Photographs, Catch Fence Apparel, Roofco, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All
right, that is your second place finisher, Tyler Schell, getting it done here at USA. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to talk to Hayden Cardwell, who was our third place finisher here tonight. But that's mostly because sexual attraction between me and him, we can't keep 6 feet apart. Y'all can understand. It is what it is. So, as always, I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight. I also want to thank all of our sponsors: Wicked Cushion Esports, Wicked Energy Gum, Balducci Trucking, Scott King Designs, Wiggy and Casey, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Tim Sims, Sign It Up Signs, Banners and Graphics, Black Diamond Motorsports, and of course, this has all been going down on the Dirt Racing Network. I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight, and I look forward to seeing you, if not Monday night, next Thursday night. And so until then, guys, y'all have a good time, and we will see you then.